We are live, and I have less to say than usual. I prepared nothing. It is 7:45 in the East, and I am streaming a Springsteen show today. It is not a new show to this channel. It is October 4th, 2003. I showed it not too long ago. This was a special request from my buddy Tom's sister's friend, and so we loaded it for her, and then it turned out she can't make it on the weekend near the holidays. Busy every weekend near the holidays, and so I was going to move it to Thursday, and then some people in the chat from last night's stream were like, "No, don't move it. We were counting on it for tonight." So I'm showing this thing tonight, and I'm showing it again on Thursday for Paula, and then I can. It's not got anything official audio on it, or so I can leave it up after Thursday. I'll leave it up. People want to see it. It's a great show. I've had my fill, even though it's one of my favorite nights of my entire life. I think I've seen this show over and over and over. And my stepdaughter's in town one more night before she goes back to South Dakota. So I might not stick around for the whole show, but this is a great show. Shea Stadium, I was there. Paula was there. Some other people who frequent the chat were there, and Bob Dylan was there, and it was a fantastic night, final night of the Rising tour, and the sound is by Godfather. I dubbed it. The original DVD did not sound anything like it sounds now. I don't have a lot to talk about tonight. He did a new radio show on Monday. He released a new radio show. I haven't heard it yet. Me and Tom didn't record our podcast this morning. We took a break for the holiday week. We'll record again next week. Tom, there he is. Good to see you. Ken, all the way from Japan. Good to see you in the chat. So next week, I do want to talk about next week because I worked on next week's show quite recently, and I don't usually show a Devils and Dust show on a Saturday night, but boy, this thing came out so good. The sound is so good. It's actually got the same audio recording that was already on the DVD, but EV2 did a remaster on this recording that I can't even believe it comes from the same recording. The sound is louder and it's fuller and it seems clearer. I compared it back and forth before I wasted my time dubbing it, and it just sounded a lot better. And throughout the dub, I hear back and forth, and it's just unbelievable how much better it sounds now. And it's really a great show. The highlight of which is the first drive all night in since 1981, I think, in 2005. 24 years since he had played it, and he played it. It's in Philadelphia, November 8th, 2005, and YouTube made me cut it, so I'm gonna have to find some place to stick that song so you can see it, but it won't be part of next week's show. So tonight, Shay, Thursday, Shay. I might not be around the chat most of the tonight, but I'll be here on Thursday. And then next week, Devils and Dust show, November 8th, 2005 from Philadelphia. Incredible set list. Missing a drive all night. Let's see. When I go see what's going on in the chat, I lose the possibility of a high def recording, but I guess that's okay. Let's see. Hi, Paul. Ken is in on the Paul joke. Those of you new to the show, Marie keeps calling Tom Paul in the comments of our podcast. She keeps saying how appreciative she is of Phisherman and Paul. Now she's been live in the chat And I don't know if she reads the chat on the pre-show, but I know she watches them. Um, but she's been live in the chat on the live stream and mentioned that she does know that Tom's name is Tom. Yet, as recently as the most recent podcast, she thanked Fisherman and Paul. I don't know. Maybe she's just hilarious. There's a communication, her English isn't perfect. And my emoji, I'm not very good at deciphering the language of emoji. All right. That's called dead air. I got nothing going on this week. That's it. It was Thanksgiving. My Lions lost. Had a great. We were planning on doing nothing for Thanksgiving, and just cooking our regular dinner and watching a movie. Me and Dawn, and 2 nights or 3 nights before Thanksgiving, her daughter, who's been living in South Dakota, just showed up to surprise us. And she did surprise us because our jaws dropped. We had no idea. And so she was here, and we ended up ordering Walmart groceries and ordered a full Thanksgiving feast. I just did the turkey breast. We got a turkey breast, uncooked, an uncooked turkey breast. I cooked it, and we had, stovetop stuffing, and we had fresh mashed potatoes and green bean casserole, and they make these ham rolls. Her Dawn and Sierra, they both like this. I can't eat it. It's ham with cream cheese and a green onion rolled up and then cut into little bite size ham. And I love ham, and I love cream cheese, and I do like onions on some things. uh the three combination, roll those up together. I don't know where they got that, but I have never even tried one. I can't imagine putting cream cheese on ham. But I see it every year. They do it every year. There's a whole plate of them still in our refrigerator, and she's leaving early Monday morning. So tonight and tomorrow night are our last nights visiting with her, and then we'll show this show. Oh, and Tuesday, be here on Tuesday in the spirit of that 8-part series that we finally got through the whole thing. In the spirit of that, I put together, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes, but YouTube made me cut a half-hour chunk of it. Just random stuff from my hard drive in no chronological order. It's all over the map from 1975, and I think 78 is the oldest clip, up through 2016, I think. And just random stuff that I would never put up because it's too short and we don't watch, try to have. So I put them together, and they're just random clips. It includes Bruce with Fish at Bonnaroo. So I'm looking forward to showing that. Gary, good to see you. I think we just recently play some Japan. There was Japan in that part 8 of the series that I showed. So Tuesday, I called it Stuff from Fisherman's Hard Drive Volume 1, I think is what I called it, or cool shit from Fisherman's Hard Drive. I don't remember what I called it, but it's going to be on Tuesday at 8, in the spot that I've been showing that 8-part of that guy's VHS television collection. This is just random stuff from my hard drive. It's got Bruce joining Southside Johnny at the main, or not the main point, at the one in Cleveland, the Agora in Cleveland. I think that might even be New Year's Eve. And it's got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on it. I'm not going to go over it. If you go look at the page for Tuesday, it's got a list of everything that's on there. Let's see. So guys, I appreciate you guys coming. We're gonna go watch Shay in about 5 minutes. Tom, Ken, Gary. And until next week, I will see you in the chat. Yes, the Stones are coming to play the stadium. I was aware of that. May, I think. I think it's May. You gonna come out and see the Stones? I don't even know if I'll go. If I can find a cheapy ticket, I'll go. I've seen the Stones so many times. And I watched a video from the last tour they just did a year ago. I watched one full show, and it's still Honky Tonk Woman. I guess they stopped playing they stopped playing one song, right? There's one song. Oh, Brown Sugar. I think they have removed Brown Sugar permanently from their set list. Um, but everything else is still there of their standard set list. I was gonna say Running with the Devil. I was listening to Van Halen today. Uh what's the Sympathy for the Devil and 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 Paint It Black and uh they'll all come to me if I think about it long enough. There is a set Tumbling Dice, Street Fighting Man. You know, they have 10,000 songs, much like Bruce, and they play the same set show after show, year after year, after year after year, after year after year. Start Me Up. For a long time, they open with Start Me Up. They don't open with Start Me Up anymore. They mixed it up. All right, guys, we got 4 minutes. I'm gonna go get ready for this show that I'm probably not gonna be able to watch with you. I think we're gonna sit down. Hey, Maddie's here. Maddie broke his wrist just before Thanksgiving and had to cook for, said he sold 60 American Thanksgiving plates at his restaurant on Thanksgiving. Looked like a pretty intense plate. The plate in the picture had white meat. I asked him if he only made breasts, and he said that they made a bunch of breasts, but they also made like 6 full turkeys. So there must have been plates with dark meat and legs too that I didn't see, but they were charging $14 a plate. They sold 60 plates, and I believe he cooked them all with a broken wrist that he had just had surgery on because it was that seriously broken. They couldn't just set it. So good to see you, Maddie. When you see him, if you see him in the chat tonight, know that he's typing with his left hand. Which hand did you break there, Maddie? I don't think I assumed it was your right, but now I'm guessing if you were able to cook for all those people, that maybe it was your left, or maybe you're left-handed. I don't know. But we've only got 2 minutes, so I'm going to move this over to the chat. I never thought I'd be able to go 15 minutes, but somehow I did, thanks to Maddie's injury story. I will see you guys in the chat, and I'll see you again on Tuesday for don't miss Aaron's or Phisherman's hard drive extravaganza. You broke the left. That's why you're still functional. You broke the left hand. All right, man. Feel good. I'm glad you're still working. That's crazy. I got the workman's comp. I know it's hard when there's no one to replace you at your own restaurant. All right, guys. I'll see you in the chat.